So good morning again, class. As I've mentioned, we're done with the previous lesson about variables, constants, and comments using PHP. Now we're going for PHP operators. So let's talk about the different PHP operators then. The first is the arithmetic operators, which is similar to other programming languages. In order for you to calculate numbers or to calculate different operations, you need these operators like the plus, minus, the asterisk, forward slash for the division operation, and the modulus or remainder has the percent sign. There's also the concatenator symbol, which is the dot. And moving forward, we also have the assignment operators. So take note, there's a difference between equals from equal. Okay? So the assignment operator only has one equal sign, right? And that is how it should be used. Next is the plus and equal sign, which is about the combination assignment operator. So this one. So it can also be a negative sign or minus sign and equal, as well as the asterisk or the forward slash and the equal sign. So this is another way for you to be able to use a simple operation. So like this example, $A plus equals 1. Okay. It actually means $A is equal to $A plus 1. You understand, class? Hi. In the same way, there's also asterisk. So it's the same as $A times 1. So that's what it means when you use the combination assignment operators. It's like a shorthand way of doing the calculation. Next is the plus plus. When you see the plus plus, this means that we are actually adding one step. Okay? Adding one step to a certain variable, and the opposite is decrement, which is minus minus. So let's say if I have a value, let's say I have a variable num, and it is equal to 1. With the increment, so if I have $num plus plus, then this number 1 becomes 2, or this number becomes 2, okay? Because we added plus 1 to that. So how about minus minus? With minus minus 1, minus 1 becomes 0. So that's the decrement operator and the increment operator. And then let's proceed. Aside from that, we also have the comparison operators. So we have this is the one that I was talking about a while ago. Is equal is different from the assignment operator. So this is a different operator from the term comparison. It has to compare two values. Okay? Two values. So you can check for equality, not equality, if it is less than or greater than, if it is greater than or equal to, and if it is identical. So this is the 3 equal signs, which means It's checking if it is identical. How does it do that? It does it by checking also the data type. So not just the value. So it also checks the data type. If they are also the same. There. Now so let's say it checked that the value is the same. The values are the same. But the data type is not the same. So in that case, they are not identical. So you have the exclamation point, which symbolizes not. And let's go further. So we're done with the arithmetic operators. We're done with the assignment operators. Now I'll be showing to you another set of operators, and that is going to be, let's go further, the logical operators. So from the word logic, so your operators can be not and or. Okay. So like if you're going to use, let's say you want to get the data of all students that are not yet fourth year. So you have to use the exclamation point for that. What about you want to get the data? This is very useful specifically for the database. So if you need to get the, let's say, the students that are fourth year, I'm sorry, not fourth year, and the students that are males. So you have two conditions to satisfy. So two conditions. And that means you need now to use the double ampersand. So two ampersand signs for that. And last, let's say I just need to get, so not fourth year students, and I mean, or females. Let's say those are the people that I need to get. They are not fourth year or they are females. So I can just use now the bar symbol, or you can press the bar key on your keypad or keyboard, and you need two bars for this to work. So this is an example of the source code. So using numbers. So as based on the source code, I am going to be using this one, this operator. I have a multiplier. So dollar total. So let's go first to the variables. I have quantity, dollar quantity at 30, which means 30 pieces. And then the price is 119.95. The tax rate is 5%. So to get the total, I multiply quantity times the price. And then, aside from that, dollar total is equal to dollar total plus total times tax rate, because I need to add the tax. And then, so that I have a comma, so number format here, that will allow me to use a comma. That is when I just use number format, and then the parameters will be, this is the variable, which will be added commas, and then to the decimal places. So this is for the decimal places, number of decimal places. So if you put 2, that means you will be getting 2 decimal places. And then the other one, the other parameter, this is the variable. Next is, I now have an echo statement. So you are purchasing 1 PP. So it's just bold-faced here. Widgets at a cost of, then I have dollar price. And then with tax, the total comes to total. So I am just getting now or showing them now the total. So next is, so I've mentioned before, in HTML, they are static web pages. But with PHP, it becomes dynamic. So there's the single quotes versus the double quote. So I've mentioned this before that double quotation marks will replace the variable name. Okay, so keyword replace with its value and will escape a character. Okay, so what about single quotes? They will always display what is typed except for the escape single quote and escape backslash. So again, double quotes or double quotation marks will replace the variable name with the value. So let's say the variable name, let's say dollar salary is equal to 35,000. So what will happen is when you put dollar salary, this displays 35. When you use double quotes, no? However, with single quote, I have dollar salary. So this simply displays dollar salary equals 35. Ganun exact. I mean 35,000. Kulang ng isang zero here. So that will display 35,000. So literal display of the variable, you use single quote. But if you want to replace it with the value itself, you use double quote. And this is an example of what happens when you are going to use the single quote as opposed to the double quote. So this is an example of the syntax. You can find this in the slideshow. So this is the double quote. Okay. And then go to the next. So this will be the output for the single quote. Exactly as it is. Didn't replace the value. Next, let's go for double quotes. So same source code, but look at how it turns out. So output, you are purchasing 12 widgets at a cost of $3.50 each. With with tax, the total comes to 42. It replaced the variable name with the value of that variable. That's using double quotes. And there you have the lesson about the PHP operators.